So things to worry about. Do not shoot the Dark One. Don't do anything stupid in the game. Just pretty much be a nice guy, give people money, listen to people's dialogues and all that good stuff. But anyway, if you follow the video closely, you'll be fine. This guide was requested by Shamgar84. Let's go. The only thing on this level is a note. This is the prologue, this is the tower level. So a quick rundown for the weaponsmith. Basically, if you miss something for your first playthrough, don't worry, you can do chapter select and find a specific weapon you want to do a kill with. I did this because I can confirm it. I was missing one gun, it was the Hell's Breath. I got the kill and then I got the achievement. This is after me beating the game. So what we need to do for the weaponsmith, we also need to do is a melee kill, throwing knife kill, use all three types of bombs, so that's the sticky, flame and regular bombs. And of course the weapons that I will show you along the way. For the Scrooge achievement, I recommend you play on easy mode. I'm playing on hardcore, so the resources are much more scarce than easy mode. But this is entirely up to you. I get the Scrooge achievement on D6 level, so I think that's the second to last level of the game on hardcore, so it's entirely up to you. I get both achievements here. And this will be the only time that I will remind you about the Scrooge achievement, so please don't forget. Before you go through the big main door, you can't really miss it, you will find a note just to the left before carrying on further. Now level Hunter, as soon as you spawn in your room, you want to leave now and go to the second floor. Now once you're on this floor, you will be greeted by a guy who's saying hello to Alex, the guy behind you. Now just stand here and listen to his dialogue, and once he sits down you might have to move around just a bit more. For some reason he won't speak just yet. Just stay here and he will start speaking to you. Now the next one is the lady on the pallets. Just keep on bugging her until she tells you to go away. Apparently that's a good morale point. And then you'll find a guy and a woman, I believe, and a kid next to her, speaking about her brother's in hospital, I believe.
My brother is in the hospital.
No visitor. Doctor hasn't said anything.
Now once you've done that, you want to turn around now and go in the doorway. So once you go through the door with Alex, you want to speak to the guy that opens the door and sits down.
People want to see their relatives.
Now the first note of this level is once you go into the next area, look on the table just to the right. And now the next morale point is in the same area, just before you head in through the main door straight in front. If you go to the right and go inside the sleeping quarters, you will find that there's a guy in the very back that starts moaning and groaning and all that stuff. But yeah, as soon as you enter this area, you'll get the morale point. Now the final MP or the morale point is once you find Hunter. He will sit down, you'll speak to him, and he'll give you a postcard. If you take it, you'll get a positive for this.
These are not the usual mutant creatures. This is something else. What the hell? Something much worse.
Now the last achievement we're going to get for this level is called Quick Draw. The only achievement we're going to get. So this one, I would say it's based on skill mainly. If you're good at aiming, then you'll probably get it easy. If you're not good at aiming, then you may give it a couple of tries. But if you do happen to mess up, the achievement is very easy to get. Just reload checkpoint and keep trying. So basically for this achievement, you have to stop any watchman from breaking the ventilation grates. So there's 4 in total in this room. Ignore the one in the middle on the ceiling because that doesn't count. You just have to be careful that the watchmen in the middle don't drop down and try and kill you. And this will mess your playthrough up, so you got to redo it again. I try not to mess with this watchman because he does slow you down and these vents could get broken pretty quickly.
Are you alright?
Of course. He's a dead-eye shot, this one.
Now the next level and the next chapter. Now once we go back into our room, and once we spawn in our room, sorry, there will be a note directly behind you. And in the same room, if you play with the guitar like we did in Last Light, and that will be another morale. And now for the next morale point, it's very easy to do. All we need to do is follow the only path we can. You will find a kid on the floor playing with some toys and the dad talking to him. Just play with the guitar next to them, and that is it. And now once you get into the market area, you will find two people sitting down together with a teddy bear in between them both. Now just stay in this area and eventually you'll get the next morale point for this one.
Thanks, Happy. I knew I could count on you.
And now the next one. Once we go inside the door to meet Alex, there will be a note just to the right, and also you get a morale point for just talking to him.
Good.
Not really missable this thing, but the note is right there as well. Now if you decide to leave the area, you will not gain another morale point. Just wait for his dialogue to finish completely and you'll gain another positive morale. So on this next level, there will be plenty of opportunities to use different weapons, so make sure to do so. Alright, chapter 2. First thing we're going to do is get the note. This is located on the bar. Now note number 6. From the last location note, go down the stairs now. And we want to go to the left and go onto the rail tracks area. Along the way you will find some beggars that we need to give some money to. I don't know for the achievement if we have to find every beggar, but just to be safe I'm going for every beggar I found and give them money. And amongst the doing this you will find the note along the way as well. So now for the achievement generous, there will be an MP point here as well.
Thank you.
So for the achievement, all we have to do is give money to this child. I don't know if the generous counts towards the other beggars we gave money to, but just in case, I've added it in the video as well. As long as you say yes, you will get the achievement for this one. And also you get a morale point as well. Then once you follow the kid, you'll find some more beggars. It's up to you if you want to give him any more money. So once we follow the kid, go up the stairs and go grab the key just before we head up the next set of steps. Now behind us, there will be a safe.
Hey, let's go.
And now for the final thing, this will be the note number 7, is now once we follow the kid again, he will take us towards Ruben.
Come here.
Now once he's done that, the guy will tell you to sit. You can do this before or after, but just to be safe, do it before you sit down. And grab the note. Here comes a dark level. Lovely. Always great for recording. But anyway, once we start the Lost Tunnels and you'll follow your good old friend, eventually he will talk about, you can hear voices on the pipes. Basically all we got to do is go to the right side next to the pipes. He literally tells you what to do. But it took me at least 5 minutes to figure out, oh, I've got to move to these pipes. Just stay here for a little bit. And yeah, you'll get it. You hear some crying and laughing. And you'll get the morale point. Now the next one, this is an optional thing, but there is an achievement related to this gun if you want to do it or not. But once you see Bourbon stop, he will tell you about the little critters attack people when they're alone and not in groups. But in this area you'll find the gun laying next to a dead body. And feel free to grab it to get credit for killing something with a gun. So in this area here you will find some lurkers. The achievement called Fire in a Hole, you need to kill 20 of them. Feel free to load the checkpoint over and over until you get it. And now the next thing is the key. So follow Bourbon all the way down to the very end. He will bug off to the right side. That's where we need to go. But before going in, you will find a key on the rails at the very end. Now, this is very recommended. Once we go into the next door, follow your friend. making sure you grab every single piece of stuff. Like, make sure you grab the knife, that's important, we need that. Grab all the ammo and all that stuff. Make sure you grab everything here before carrying it on further, trust me. And once you jump over the tripwire, get into the next area so it saves.
We need to get closer. Can you take down the patrol?
But of course, all we have to do is wait now for the guy to quit talking and that'll be it. Just like to say, I do apologise again about the darkness of this video now, because it's a very dark game, and even when I'm playing it whilst recording, it's pretty dark as well. But anyway, once you have got that checkpoint, all you need to do now is just go backwards and disarm the trap, reload checkpoint, turn around, go back to the same trap, disarm it, do this 15 times to get the achievement. But this is probably unnecessary, but this is only if I get it now and get it over done with. Because there is a few more traps later on in the levels. Right, so we're going to get the Snake and Ninja. Basically the same achievement, 15 of them kills need to be silent. So if you're like me and forget to grab the knife, and we have to do the painstaking thing of going back to the room, grab the knife, and come back in this room again. But once you're in this room though, there are potentially 3 guys that you kill stealthily. Probably 4 at max. So there's a guy in the middle, guy to the left, and there'll be a guy to the right just before you get here. I don't notice him until the next clip. So basically just do this over and over and over again until you get the snake and the ninja one as well. So now for the slice and dice achievement, basically the same thing. We got to do the close combat kills. So we've got to do 30 of these. And I do believe we need to make sure we actually physically contact them with the VE button.
I tell you, they're making it too easy. This bunch was trying to save a buck and didn't hire Riga. Who's there?
Once you do all 30, you will get the achievement slice and dice. So now the next thing we're going to find is the safe. It's located on the far right hand side. Well, since we've got the key ready, we can get the safe. I've also cleared out all the guys in this room. I haven't killed them, I knocked them out. I didn't get any good morale for this. I've just done the whole bit quietly. Yes, and I did think that guy, well that friend, well Bourbon was the enemy. I tried to kill him and then I realised who it was. So in the next doorway, as soon as you go through, Bourbon will go down the corridor straight ahead of you. There he is, and the note will be just to the left. Now your next MP is once you follow Bourbon again, he'll tell you to stop and hold tracks. You basically don't get seen by the, I think it's the Reds are looking for the bandits in this area. So be very careful where you walk and they don't see you, and you get the morale point for them not finding you. Once we have made it through that one section, eventually we go back inside the tunnels. Now as you make your way through, you'll find that there's a big drop to the right, and there will be a key located on the other side. So making sure you grab the key and then move on. Be careful that these grates will fall down if you stand on too long. I did find this out already, so try not to stand on them long or too long and you should be fine. Right, so the next thing is there's 2 ways you can go. My way, I went down into the hole, or you can go around and climb down the ladder and get to the same place. It both leads to the same area. But as you're in this area now, if you go to the far end of this area, and next to the pillar you see in front of you, you will find a dead person holding a note. And then the next safe is located in the next doorway to the right of us. Alright, so to get this safe, this is very easy to get as well. So once you go into the next doorway, pick up the new gun attachment. And then there'll be a valve on the pipe here. If we turn that valve, that will disable or get rid of the steam in that room. On to the market area. As soon as we start this level, you want to go directly straight and you should find your next note. This is note number 10 should be. Now on to the next thing, we're going to find the key and the safe. Of course we've got to find the key first, but the safe is closer than the key. From the last location, go past the train to the right of us. That's where the safe is located. And then just to the right where the radio guy is, you will see a key behind him. Now take that key back into the train and you will find the safe just to the left side.
Those things were shielded against radiation, so these guys headed east from Moscow. They battled through the burning villages, picked some women up along the way, just kept going.
Now there's an achievement called Toast that says we need to drink at every occasion. So this will be the first one. Not sure where the next one is yet because I haven't really gotten that far into the game yet.
What's the occasion?
So go to the bar, tip the bartender, and then that's it. Well, not tip him, but you know, give him some money so you have a shot. Now, still in the market, go into the next room. You'll find a child talking to the homeless man. Now, once the child runs away, give him some money, and that'll be the next point. Now, note number 11, once you go into the next room, this will be right where, I think it's the blacksmith doing his thing. Yeah, on the counter, you will find the next note. Ranger achievement. For this one can be a pain in the ass, mainly because if you happen to miss anything, you have to redo the whole game again. Because there's a lot of people saying that is buggy when you do chapter select, but it works fine if you do the whole game over again. And also a good thing to know, if you got full ammo, it doesn't matter. You can just interact with the item and then move on. You don't have to pick it up physically. I don't need to speak through the entirety of this clip anyway, because I've done it from start to finish. But I will come in here and there just to let you know what gives you a bad rep.
Search the room carefully. You might find another cache here. They often make hideouts for themselves on the surface, just in case. So just take a careful look around. We'll have no problems with spare filters and ammunition whatsoever. What have we got here? A filter. That will surely come in handy. Some ammo. Great. Thanks, friend. Ready? Let's go. Dry station. Then we go our separate ways and you'll get my AK like I promised.
Everybody close your eyes, I'm about to use some cheats. A shotgun that doesn't need to reload. It's amazing. Alright, so here comes the part where you could get a bad rep. So when you see the Dark One, do not attempt to shoot him. Just don't do it. The same thing goes in Metro Last Light, don't shoot the Dark One. Every time you see him, do not attempt to do any harm towards him. I don't know if I'm just lucky here, because once I saw this dream where I took my mask off thinking I can breathe. But in reality you're not breathing very well. And then you get an MP for it. Apparently it's good to take your mask off in a radiation area. And also don't shoot the Dark One above, not on that little house bit either. Alright, if you want to, you don't have to. But there is a achievement that we can grind out here. There's only 2 demons that we need to kill, so it doesn't take very long. But the way I do it is not ideal. So I did re-record it in a separate playthrough, or a separate chapter select that is, and done it properly. This is how it went with the cheated version. And now let's do the proper version. So this is the real way to do it without cheating. So choose your preferred weapon. You have the shotgun, your pistol, or this pump gun. I don't know what it's called exactly now, I can't remember. But this is my preferred weapon. It's very strong and it takes him down pretty quickly. But just to let you know, I was shooting him when I saw him during this playthrough of the Dead City. So I don't know if that comes into action or not, but just thought I might get it out there. But all in all though, he is very easy to dodge. Just hide underneath these stairs and then just keep popping out to shoot him. You only have to do it twice and you'll gain the achievement for the Dragon Slayer. I keep calling it, he's not a damn dragon. It's a demon. But yeah, I think it's the Demon Slayer, the achievement anyway. But very easy to find and do. Also, for the weaponsmith, there is an achievement we need to use every single weapon. But I'm going to show you this in my other video that I'm going to cut back to in shortly, but I thought I might show you again just to be sure. So there's a weapon here that we need to use and making sure you get a kill with this weapon. So let's now resume back to where we was. Also, there is a dark one once again, just to the left. So if you look through the gate here, you will see it in the distance. Once again, don't shoot. You may end up failing here, but I don't think it matters if you get at least 1 negative. It's difficult to do and it's hard to tell if you picked up the right thing or interact with the right body. So at the back of the store, you will find a watchman protecting her 3 siblings. If you get too close, then you get a bad rep, or even if you shoot her, you get a bad rep. So any more further up, I would have got a bad rep. So if you hit the top of the steps, then you'll get a bad rep.
turn left.